I remember a few years ago when I heard somebody say, don't make horse beads because somebody else is the world's greatest horse bead maker. And I don't know who that is. I think I've got a copy of their pictures here. Oh, Wendy Tobler.
Oh, yeah.
So what I did was I took some pictures of other people who do horse beads, and I'll pass these around. I have two sets of these. But this is a lady who worked, who's that real famous glass blower, William somebody? Morris. She worked under William Morris, and he worked under Dale Chihuly. And she does blown horses. And Deborah Doherty, I've got some horses of hers. So there's a lot of different styles. They don't have to look like symmetrical horses. Did anybody here go to Cavalier or whatever the heck they call it? Yeah, we did, and it was fantastic. I thought for sure.
I wanted to.
Yeah, why didn't you go? She's the horse person. But anyway, Tobler's horses are amazing. They are amazing. But here's some other people, Carrie Furr, who do pendant horses, sort of on the butterfly. And then here's one out of Dyke Road by Kathy Johnson. But anyway, I have two sets of these. I'll pass them each direction to let you look. One thing that I do is, and I know not everybody draws, but before I can do something, I have to sit and draw a little bit. So once in a while, you got the horse book, and then come back and try and draw the horses. But what I find it helps me is with the negative shapes, the shapes around the neck or whatever. And so I'll pass these around, and you guys can sort of look at those. There's one set. And here's another set. I'll go this way. And the bead usually takes me 15 to 20 minutes. Talking, it probably takes a half hour to 3 hours. But I'm going to do it on a rod. So you do it both ways. You do it off a rod or on a rod. So I realize I got people over here too. So what I start out with is a cone like this. And I turn that cone, and I try and decide which way is the front of the bead and the back of the bead. But I take and I cave one side in, and when I do that, I curve this side out. So then that becomes the, now turn my bead this way, that becomes the shape of the horse's neck. And I spend all my time on the horse's neck for some reason. So I have to learn to tell jokes during that time right there. What I do after I do that is then I take a round gather of glass, and I stick it up here, and I stick it pretty high because as you work this, the heat will drop it down anyway. So I try and keep it from dropping sooner than I want it to drop. And then I flatten this little top area here. I sometimes add a little extra glass for the eye area, and then I put another little cylinder of glass like that, and it starts looking like a horse already. As soon as I take a razor blade knife and push it in the mouth, it puts a little indent here and puts a lip there, which is how I did those. So that's kind of the gist of how you do it with a mandrel. On the ones that don't have a hole, you can just take a solid clear rod and cover it with glass, just like you could do it stripe way this way or cylindrically. And then you heat up the part that you think might be the neck, like right here, and stretch it. When you do, then you end up with sort of a natural cone like this. This gets bigger. Then when you flatten this becomes the neck, and you shape it a little bit. And then this part here, you just ball it up, and it becomes sort of the neck, and it's all one piece. And so the metallic green big horse is made out of a color called Loch Nest, and that's how I did that bead. So it's uniform color is really nice compared to this type. But with Meridian, a good Meridian color, you don't get sort of a difference in color anyway. Just trying to tell you, in case I don't make any sense when I'm doing it. I put in the eyes, and then I do the ears last. And the mane sort of, I decide if I'm going to do mane on one side, I do it by which eye is the best. or if it's going to be a mane off the back, then I don't care. Sometimes if both eyes are good, I'll do the mane off the back. So anyway, that's my tutorial. So we'll try that. It's like going to Lance's. I'm not used to these torches anymore, so I'll probably burn it up that I use. Okay. So it's Meridian. You need a real big flame with Meridian. I don't do that much Meridian anymore, but it's that time of year I do a lot of hearts.
I'm not sure. Here's one. Okay.
Okay. Oh, dope.
What's the horse's?
Night.
I think you should make a chess set. Coming up with specific big on.
Yeah, I need something to do. Then I have to play chess. I think I need a little bit more.
Now, you said the color of the off-manner was Loch Ness? Is that what you said?
Yeah, the green sparkly is Loch Ness. I think I don't know where I got those. I probably bought those from Lance. I only had like 3 pieces, and I covered up.
We have that color, the North Star.
Yeah, it's a real cool color.
Beautiful color.
Is that what Patrick used on that octopus thing that he was making?
Yes, I think so.
That was because that's a weird color. I loved what it does. It's just really cool. Okay. Well, the body takes so long, it's going to take a while. This is where you're supposed to tell stories and jokes and stuff. Actually, we do have a story to tell from last night. I was at the dinner table, and we have a window out to the back porch, and my dog, big Labrador, started growling at the window. I looked over, and there was a little dog scratching the glass of the window. And I went outside and lighted it on the back porch, and it was a little dog that was skin and bones, and it is a Yorkie, full-blooded Yorkie, and it had its fingernails are like 1.5 inches long, and it had matted hair with pine straw stuck to it. So anyway, I fed it and gave it a bath, and then took it to the vet this morning. It doesn't have a chip. And I went to pick it up in a strange way last night, and it started biting the heck out of me, and that's why my finger's in a Band-Aid. And it really bit me, surprised me to death because it didn't make any noises. And it bit my other finger, which has a big bruise on it and a hole, but this one's really ripped up pretty good. And I realized later, the reason I didn't respond was the dog is mute. So it's weird. And so the vet says it's about 3 to 4 years old. So anyway, $120 later, I'm a good Samaritan. But I'm going to start calling other vets in the neighborhood. The vet actually said since the dog bit me, I have to keep it for 2 weeks or keep track of it for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, the scenario isn't good, right? But I don't think it has mental issues. But yeah. Yeah.
So cute.
It is really cute.
What does
Yeah.
Coco think?
Coco's fine with it. Yeah, she doesn't care. She's not intimidated by it. Yeah, the cat, you know, is a different story. But
You could take it.
But if it's mute, then they can't.
yeah, it's not a good watchdog. It won't wake you up in the middle of the night.
It's not going to bark and scare them.
I've never known a mute dog. I mean,
Is it deaf also?
no, it's not deaf. No.
Is it naturally mute, or did someone do something horrible to it?
You know, I took it to the vet and I asked so many silly questions today.